Hi guys, I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about how to improve your life just by thinking, just by changing your thought process a little bit. I'm not selling you anything. There isn't anything at the end of this video where you're going to have a magic Amazon business and you're going to be making enough. And this is done in my office in Calgary, so you're not going to the beach. But in a way, you can have a much better life just by changing your mindset about things. If there's this old story about how there was a prince in a chamber who was, I think, sick and bedridden, and there was this, and he kept getting angrier and angrier, and then they noticed there was this demon in the corner, and that made him even more angry, and this demon kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger until it was so big it couldn't even fit out the doors, and everyone tried yelling at it, telling it to go away, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and eventually they noticed they were going to have a real problem on their hands, so they tried a different strategy. They decided to be kinder and kinder to it, nicer and nicer. And they were worried at first. They weren't worried it wasn't going to work. But the demon got a little smaller, and then a little smaller, and a little smaller. And then the demon started to get really mad. But nobody else was mad. Kept getting angrier and angrier, getting more outrageous, doing more and more outrageous things. But it kept getting smaller and smaller until it essentially got very small, was screaming at the people in the palace to be angry, to be mean. And everyone realized it was just a very small demon, and it didn't really have that much of an impact on lives, and eventually ran out of the palace to save its life because it was going to disappear. An abbreviated story of this I just heard was there's two wolves. One is a great wolf. It's happy, it's healthy, and it's all the good times in your life. And the other one is the evil wolf, and it's terrible and mean, and it's all the bad times in your life. And which one is larger? And it's basically the one that you feed. So just keep feeding that good wolf. Don't feed the bad wolf. Every time you get really upset, you're feeding the devil. You're feeding that bad wolf. It's going to get worse tomorrow. You ever notice that where you get angry, the next thing you know, you're angry for a whole month? Instead of getting angry, just try to remember, hey, I'm not going to feed the devil. I'm not going to go up to the devil and hand him or her a slice of bread and say, hey, feed yourself for today, come back stronger tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow. No, I'm not going to feed the devil. I'm going to let the devil starve. I'm not going to do anything to the devil, but I'm not going to feed it. I'm going to keep that away from myself. And this is just a way of controlling your mind so that you can have essentially a better life. If you go on a diet, really, why are you going on a diet? Are you going on a diet out of a place of self-hate? Because you hate yourself? Well, even if it works, you're probably going to feel awful that whole time. Your diet should come from a place of self-love, if you can do it. Now, if hating yourself is the motivation you need, and it works, well, I'm not going to stop you. Eating healthy is the right thing to do, but it shouldn't come from a place of self-hate. It should come from a place of self-love. This is why when everyone stops the diet, they immediately go back to taking care of themselves the way they want to, and they put the weight back on. If your diet comes from a place of constant self-love, you'll gradually change, and it'll stay that way. So anything you do in your life, if you're training Kung Fu, if you're working, even if you hate your job, go to work every day, but don't go there out of a place of self-hate. Go there out of a place of self-love. You want the money, you need the money, you love supporting your family or yourself or whatever it is. Let it come from a place of self-love. Don't let it come from a place of self-hate. So when you're watching those guys in the videos and they're like, I made $300,000 and check out my Lambo and all that. I don't have the Lambo, but if you want to sign up for that, great. But are you doing it out of self-love or are you doing it out of self-hate? I have a feeling that probably 90% of the people, they get them at just the right time, 3 o'clock in the morning when they hate themselves and they're like, I'm doing it. I'm signing up for Ty Lopez because that's the only guy I can think of right now. But don't do that out of self-hate. If you're like, hey, I think I love myself and I want to see how much more I can become, so I'm signing up for Ty Lopez, that's why you should sign up for Ty Lopez. Otherwise, or take a diet or take a trip or go to work or get out of bed is because you love yourself, not because you hate yourself. It's just it's a subtle mentality, but if you can do it, it's going to change your life and you're going to feel so much better about everything in your life. So basically, don't feed the devil. Don't give the devil your psychic energy so that they can grow and become this thing that you can't even get out of the room when you want it out. Don't feed the devil. Let the devil wither away and shrink, and just be happy and continuously kind, and it will pay off. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a happy life. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, all the things. Thank you.